Alright everyone, I have a confession to make. If I could have it my way, I would love to open a cafe that's dedicated solely on these two flavors. Coconut and coffee is something I first got into when I was traveling in Vietnam. And this flavor pairing married perfectly together, kind of like chocolate and vanilla, apple and cinnamon, or lamb and mint. And if you don't believe me, then you're gonna have to try this for yourself. So if you're here watching this and you're subscribed to my channel, you probably found me through the coconut video that I did, which pretty much went viral. And right now we're sitting at about 1.4 million views, and a bunch of people in the comment section have asked me to do more things with coconut. So I thought that the perfect video to show you guys with coconut would be to pair it with coffee. And lastly, while we're on the topic of coffee, I'm gonna show you a really cool technique where we basically turn gritty instant coffee into velvety whipped goodness. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first things first is our coconut milk. So essentially we want a really fat coconut milk with at least 10 grams or more within each serving. And why do we want this? Because fat is a vehicle for flavor. Fat acts as an amazing vehicle for flavor molecules to hop onto and travel to your palate. So in this instance, we definitely want some in our coconut milk so it can enhance the flavor of our coffee. So now we're going to open up our can and we're going to place the coconut milk in a container. Now we're going to whisk that up and bring it all together. So here I'm adding some powdered sugar, and I like my coffee sweet, but if you don't, you can definitely leave it out. So there it is. Once our coconut milk is properly emulsified, we can move on to our whipped coffee. First, we're going to start off by adding 2 tablespoons of instant coffee to a bowl, along with 2 tablespoons of sugar. And finally, 2 tablespoons of hot water. Basically, depending on how much you want to make, the ratio is always going to be 1 to 1 to 1. Now with an electrical mixer or even a whisk and your superb arm strength, you're now going to whip this up for about 5 minutes. And as you whip this, you're gonna see the coffee change colors from a really intense dark brown to a beautiful light caramel. And once we've achieved this caramel color, that's going to signify that our coffee is done and that you now need a nap. But luckily, we just made coffee, so please hang in there. Next, I'll add some ice to a glass, which is completely optional. Pour in my coconut milk. And finally, top with my whipped coffee. And this is definitely heaven in a glass. Mix with a spoon, step out into the sun, take a sip, and forget about all life's problems. Alright, so there it is, coconut coffee done the right way. Please, you definitely have to try this. And if you're afraid of your arm going limp because you don't have an electric mixer, that is fine. Go out into the store and buy some coconut ice cream, add it to a blender along with some espresso, and please enjoy the beautiful marriage that is coconut and coffee. And as always, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely leave a comment down below on what kind of drink ideas you would love to see me make, and I'll make sure to shout you out on that video. And I want to make a series just dedicated on different kinds of kombucha. So if you think you like that and you think you like my channel, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. But until then, keep on cooking.